Welcome to your next DIY adventure. Hey there, DIY lovers! Welcome back to your channel name, where we transform ordinary spaces with creative, budget-friendly home projects. Today I'm going to show you an adorable DIY home project that will instantly add charm and personality to your space. What you'll learn today: how to create a stunning DIY decorative tray with a vintage touch. The best materials for a rustic, chic or modern look. Easy painting and distressing techniques for a handcrafted feel. How to use this piece as both decor and functional storage. By the end of this video, you'll have a gorgeous, one-of-a-kind home accent piece that you can proudly display or even gift to a friend. So grab your tools and let's get started. What you'll need: base material, a wooden board, handles, vintage drawer pulls, rope handles or metallic hardware, paint and brushes, chalk paint, acrylic paint or wood stain, stencil or decals, optional for decorative designs, sandpaper for smoothing edges and distressing, sealer or wax. To protect your finished tray, drill and screws, if using metal handles, fabric or decorative paper, optional for lining the base. Tip: try to use materials you already have to keep this project budget-friendly and sustainable. Step 1. Smoothing the surface. If using a reclaimed wood piece, inspect it for rough edges, splinters or old paint. Sand it down using 120 grit sandpaper to remove imperfections. Follow up with 220 grit sandpaper for a super smooth finish. Wipe down the surface with a damp cloth to remove dust. Tip: if your wood is too rough, you can apply a thin layer of wood filler and sand again for a more polished look. Step 2. Choosing the perfect finish. For a classic modern look, use solid white or pastel chalk paint. For a rustic farmhouse feel, use a wood stain followed by dry brushed white paint. For a boho chic aesthetic, try bold colors with stencils. Tip: always apply 2 light coats of paint instead of 1 heavy coat for a smoother finish. Step 3. Distressing for vintage charm. Once the paint is dry, take 220 grit sandpaper and lightly rub the edges and corners. Focus on areas that would naturally wear over time, handles, corners and edges. Wipe down any dust with a dry cloth. Tip: you can also use a dry brush technique. Dip the tip of your brush in paint, wipe off excess and lightly swipe it over the surface for a weathered look. Step 4. Stenciling or decals for a unique touch position. The stencil in the center or along the edges of your tray. Use a sponge or stippling brush to dab paint over the stencil carefully. Remove the stencil slowly and let the design dry. For decals, peel and stick them onto the surface, smoothing out air bubbles. For a vintage postcard look, try printing a design on wax paper and transferring it onto the wood with a damp sponge. Step 5. Installing the handles. Mark the drill holes where you want the handles. Use a power drill to make the holes. Attach the handles using screws or secure rope handles with knots on the underside. Tip: if you don't have handles, old leather belts make a stylish alternative. Step 6. Applying a protective seal. Use polyurethane or clear wax to seal the paint and protect it from scratches. If using wax, rub it on with a soft cloth and buff for a subtle sheen. Let it dry completely before use. Tip: matte sealers maintain a rustic look while glossy ones add a polished feel. Use it as a coffee table centerpiece with candles and books. Display perfumes and jewelry on a dresser. Organize kitchen essentials like salt, pepper and oils. Serve drinks in style when hosting guests. Tip: these make perfect gifts for holidays, housewarmings and weddings. And there you have it, your very own adorable DIY home decor piece that adds both charm and functionality to any space. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. Comment below, which style would you choose for your tray? Rustic, modern or boho? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more DIY ideas and share with friends who love crafting. Now go grab some materials and start crafting. See you in the next DIY project.